the trade union's roles and responsibilities in the recruitment process.
In today's globalized economy, workers are increasingly looking for job opportunities beyond their home country in search of decent work and better livelihoods. In addition, millions of workers migrate internally in search of decent work. Public and private employment agencies, when appropriately regulated, play an important role in the efficient and equitable functioning of labour markets by matching available jobs with suitably qualified workers. However, concerns have been raised about the growing role of unscrupulous employment agencies, informal labour intermediaries, and other operators acting outside the legal and regulatory framework that prey especially on low-skilled workers. Reported abuses involve one or more of the following: deception about the nature and conditions of work, retention of passports, illegal wage deductions, debt bondage linked to repayment of recruitment fees, threats if workers want to leave their employers, coupled with fears of subsequent expulsion from a country. A combination of these abuses can amount to human trafficking and forced labour. Despite the existence of international labour standards relating to recruitment, national laws and their enforcement often fall short of protecting the rights of workers, and migrant workers in particular. To protect workers from abuse and exploitation, the ILO adopted the General Principles and Operational Guidelines for Fair Recruitment in 2016. By pooling guidance from existing standards, the guidelines aim to inform the activities of the ILO and other organizations, national legislatures, enterprises, recruiters, and social partners. The principles and guidelines cover the recruitment of all workers, nationals or migrants, internally and internationally, in all sectors. They apply to recruitment directly by employers as well as through intermediaries.
While the ILO's general principles and operational guidelines for fair recruitment focus on the responsibilities of governments, employers, and recruiters, they are not the only actors involved in promoting fair recruitment processes. To assist trade unions to deal with these practical and ethical challenges, the ILO, through its Fair Recruitment Initiative, offers support in the following ways: by assisting trade unions in their efforts to organise migrant workers and protect their rights, by supporting the collaboration of trade unions and civil society actors on recruitment issues across migration corridors, and encouraging them to undertake joint campaigns to promote fair recruitment models. And finally, by supporting the compilation of good practice examples of social dialogue mechanisms that have been effective in addressing unfair recruitment practices. In practice, what can these organisations do to promote and ensure fair recruitment of workers? Trade unions are the primary advocates of workers' rights and interests, and play a crucial role in protecting and organising workers. During migration, trade unions from countries of origin and destination collaborate to ensure the effective protection of vulnerable migrant workers throughout the migration cycle. Trade unions can advocate for the inclusion of fair recruitment in the mandates of tripartite labour boards and other such national mechanisms. Recruitment should be on the agenda of all major decision-making bodies dealing with labour issues. Trade unions can also ensure that collective bargaining agreements recognise fair recruitment processes and social dialogue. Social dialogue is a vital aspect of ensuring fair recruitment, particularly when it comes to advising governments when drafting and adopting legislation and policy. Trade unions can play, as well, an important monitoring and oversight role. In collaboration with the Labour Administration System, they can detect whether fair recruitment principles are respected by labour recruiters and employers, and check that complaint and dispute resolution mechanisms are available, accessible to those needing to use them, and function properly and effectively. Trade unions can also provide direct protection services to workers who have been abused during the recruitment process, in collaboration with civil society organisations. Finally, trade unions can provide training to raise awareness among their members. For example, they can train workers to recognise and deal with recruitment abuses, or inform them about living and working conditions in different sectors and in destination countries. It is important to remember that workers' organisations complement and support the government's efforts to enhance access to education and training opportunities for workers, including migrant workers. If you want to know more about the ILO general principles and operational guidelines for fair recruitment, keep watching our series of videos on establishing fair recruitment practices, and visit our website www.ilo.org/fairrecruitment.